Israel's recent strikes on Iran's military targets showcase an intricate mix of high-tech weaponry, strategic intelligence, and deep military planning, exemplifying a modern approach to aerial warfare. The strikes can be broken down into three main phases, each intended to dismantle key components of Iran's defense and offensive capabilities. This article will dive into the strategy, tools, and techniques behind these missions, as well as the Iranian defense response, revealing an ongoing military chess game where each side is testing and learning from the other's capabilities. The initial phase of Israel's strikes focused on eliminating Iran's early warning systems, radar installations, and missile defense sites, especially those in Tehran, Ilam, and Qazvin. These targets are pivotal to Iran's air defense grid and serve as the backbone for detecting and responding to potential air assaults. By knocking out these systems first, Israel created a window of opportunity for further strikes with reduced risk of interception. Israel's F-35 fighter jets, which represent the cutting edge of stealth and electronic warfare, were a crucial asset in this phase. These jets are equipped with radar-evading capabilities, making them difficult for Iranian radar systems to detect. The F-35s were supported by F-15 and F-16 jets designed for both air superiority and ground attacks, offering a flexible lineup for different tasks within the operation. To avoid deep penetration into Iranian territory, Israel deployed ROX missiles, a next-generation, extended-range standoff missile. The ROX missile allows for a safe distance between the attacking aircraft and heavily guarded targets, enabling Israel's jets to strike from safer zones while still ensuring precision. ROX missiles come equipped with a GPS-enabled inertial guidance system, making them highly accurate even over long distances. By attacking from farther out, Israel minimized the risk of losing aircraft to Iranian anti-air defenses, including the much-discussed Bavar 373 system, Iran's domestically produced equivalent to Russia's S-300. Following the neutralization of air defenses, Israel's second wave focused on Iran's missile capabilities, particularly ballistic and hypersonic missile bases. Ballistic missiles, due to their long range and high destructive power, are among Iran's most powerful deterrents against potential attacks. By targeting these bases, Israel effectively reduced the immediate threat of missile retaliation. The operation's precision, involving strikes on multiple bases, demonstrates Israel's deep intelligence on Iran's missile storage and manufacturing locations. These strikes are designed to undermine Iran's ability to launch counterattacks, thereby maintaining an advantage over Iran's military infrastructure. Interestingly, Iranian air defense systems, particularly the Bavar 373 and Russian-imported S-300s, perform better than anticipated. These systems managed to intercept some Israeli drones and missiles. Iran's defense grid relies on phased array radar, such as the Mirage 4, which boasts a range of up to 450 kilometers, allowing for effective tracking and engagement of multiple targets simultaneously. By fielding such systems, Iran has created a robust defense framework that complicates direct assaults and requires careful planning on Israel's part. The third and final phase targeted Iran's military production facilities, logistics hubs, and essential infrastructure. Facilities like missile manufacturing plants, military barracks, and logistics centers were attacked to weaken Iran's capacity for future missile development and military support. Notable among these targets were the Qadiri Barracks and Hassan Qadim military complex, essential sites for missile production and logistical support. One of Israel's main weapons in this phase was the newly developed LORA, long-range artillery missile, a highly accurate ballistic missile designed to engage strategic targets deep within hostile territory without necessitating a close approach. LORA missiles can be guided by GPS and inertial navigation systems, providing impressive precision and making them difficult to counter. The tactical use of LORA missiles illustrates Israel's emphasis on standoff capabilities, meaning the ability to strike from a distance without entering into enemy airspace. This approach reduces the risk of retaliation and enables Israel to launch strikes with minimal exposure to Iranian air defenses. Israel's fleet of F-35s, F-15s, and F-16s forms the core of its air superiority strategy, allowing for effective penetration of defended airspace, long-range strikes, and versatile ground attack options. The F-35, with its stealth technology and electronic warfare capabilities, was particularly useful in circumventing Iranian radar, disrupting communications, and enhancing the effectiveness of the initial strikes on Iranian defenses. To sustain such long-distance operations, Israel employed air refueling tankers, a critical component for missions extending over 1,600 kilometers. Refueling capabilities not only extend the operational range, but also allow for sustained engagements if aerial combat is required or a swift return becomes necessary. One of the unique advantages of the F-35 and other advanced Israeli jets is their capability to use the ROX missile, which features a unique control and maneuverability system allowing pilots to adjust trajectory mid-flight. This technology is particularly effective in high-threat environments where targets may shift, making traditional, fixed-guidance missiles less reliable. The ROX missile's adaptability allows for pinpoint strikes on mobile or relocated targets, a crucial advantage in dynamic war zones. Iran's response relies on a multi-layered air defense system, spearheaded by the Bavar 373 and supplemented by the S-300. The Bavar 373, which is equipped with Mirage 4-phased array radar, can track up to 200 targets simultaneously, offering medium to long-range defensive capabilities against both aerodynamic targets and ballistic missiles. This radar array is crucial for detecting low-flying and high-speed targets, which are typical in Israeli strikes. The Bavar 373 also uses dual launch canisters, giving it a flexible deployment option for different types of missiles depending on the target type. Notably, Iran's S-300 system can engage targets at a range of up to 400 kilometers when following a ballistic trajectory, posing a substantial deterrent to high-altitude incursions. Additionally, the S-300's Big Bird radar can track hundreds of objects at once, allowing Iran's defenses to maintain situational awareness even in complex air engagements. Iran's air force is largely composed of older aircraft, including American-made F-4 Phantoms and F-14 Tomcats from the pre-revolution era, along with Soviet-era MiG-29 fighters. The F-14Ss still hold some relevance, given their speed and advanced radar systems, but they are outmatched by Israel's fifth-generation F-35s in both technology and maneuverability. In addition, Iran's fleet size is limited, with only around 60 F-4, 40 F-14, and approximately 30 MiG-29s, which restricts the Iranian Air Force's capacity to maintain sustained aerial engagements. Israel's F-35s can operate at higher altitudes and with advanced electronic warfare capabilities that can disrupt and disable communications, making it extremely challenging for Iran to mount a coordinated air defense. The Bavar 373 and S-300 systems provide a last line of defense, offering Iran a robust anti-air capability that forces Israeli jets to take a more cautious approach. However, without a modern air force, Iran's ability to challenge Israeli air superiority remains limited. The technological disparity between Israeli and Iranian military capabilities underscores Israel's ability to execute complex operations across vast distances while maintaining a high degree of operational safety. Israel's use of standoff missiles like ROX and LoRa underscores a shift towards minimizing direct engagement in heavily defended airspace, allowing for high-precision strikes without putting pilots at significant risk. On the Iranian side, the success of systems like the Bavar 373 and S-300 shows that Iran is not defenseless and can challenge Israeli incursions. The deployment of these systems has implications for Israel's future operations, suggesting that preemptive strikes against such air defense assets may become a priority. However, Iran's missile capabilities remain a primary concern for Israel, and any future escalation may see further attempts to neutralize Iran's ballistic missile infrastructure. The recent Israeli strikes on Iran illustrate the complexity of modern aerial warfare, where technology, intelligence, and strategic planning must align to overcome sophisticated defenses. The balance of power leans toward Israel due to its technological superiority and ability to launch precision attacks with minimal exposure. Iran, while outmatched in air superiority, has developed a layered defense strategy that complicates Israeli operations. In the ongoing tensions between Israel and Iran, this battle serves as a case study in how advanced air power and missile technology are reshaping military engagements in the region. Future engagements will likely involve increasingly sophisticated countermeasures from both sides, pushing both countries to continue investing in next-generation technologies to gain the upper hand.